What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the most legendary spot here on YouTube. And today we got a new banger coming at you. We got the 0 overall challenge rebuild. That's right, we got the Miami Dolphins 0 overall, as you can see here on the screen, and we're going to try to rebuild it and build into a Super Bowl. Now, this may just be a one-part video here, depending on how long it goes. I don't want to, drag these videos out super long, so this may be a mini series here on the channel, or it may end right here in this one episode. But we're going to go until we rebuild this team, as you can see, from a 0 overall till they win a Super Bowl. So this series will run until whenever we win a Super Bowl. So as you can see, as I said, you can see they're a 0 overall. Now, everyone already knows that's familiar with Madden. You can't get the players exactly to 0 overall. 12 is like the lowest you can get all of them to. But yeah, everybody, as you can see, as I go through the order here, everybody on this team right now is literally the lowest overall that they can be. I believe the players should still have the same cap that they were worth as well. Just they're all 0 overall, so I mean that's gonna make navigating things a little bit more tricky with the salary and whatnot. Actually, we'll just jump in and take a peek at that. I'm pretty sure they all still got the same salary. Yeah, so as you can see, everyone's got the same salary. Like, we're paying $10 million a year for Shaq Lawson, and he's a 12 overall, and so on and so forth. So, yep, there's not really much to do here in this first year. Obviously, because we can't upgrade the team at all until we get into the first off season. So, I will probably cut and see you guys back at the end of the season. We'll just, for banter, we'll just take a look at the stats real quick and whatnot. And then we'll get into our first off season and see what upgrades we can do to the 0 overall Miami Dolphins. Alright, we're back here. We just got to the off season. Let's go ahead and we'll take a quick look at how everything went. 0-16 as expected. Let's just go ahead. We'll pop into the schedule. We'll see if we even scored any points. So yeah, we scored no points in preseason with a big whopping 139-0 loss to the Eagles. Let's hop over to the regular season. Did we score? No, we didn't. We scored 0 points. 0 points in our first year. For the most part, losing on average by 100 points, it looks like. Including a 161-0 loss to the New York Jets. Wow. Alright, so yeah, things were really bad. We'll quickly take a peek at the stats. We're not going to take a look at any yearly awards or anything like that, obviously, because ain't nobody got any of that. So, yeah, obviously our man Josh Rosen, he threw for just over 1,000 yards, and obviously no touchdowns and 36 interceptions, and only completed 27%. Fantastic. Alright, so we actually ran for negative yardage with our running backs. Negative 394 yards, negative 236, negative 45, negative 15. And we had the one run by the fullback for 3 yards, 3 positive yards. Receiving, yeah, nothing great there. Nothing great anywhere. Oh my, look at them sack numbers. I forgot to even look at how many times the QB was sacked, but yeah, a bunch. Defense, Jerome Baker actually 130, a bunch of tackles. Did we record any sacks? No. No sacks recorded and no interceptions recorded. And yeah, nothing for the kicker, obviously, because we didn't. Let's go look into how many times did he sack? 112 times. Sacked 112 times. My goodness, I think Josh Rosen needs a hospital. So, alright, that's a quick look at the stats, quick look at the schedule. I'll catch you guys back here in just a moment when we're in the off season. Alright, and we're back here in the off season. And the Cleveland Browns actually win the Super Bowl 35-30 over the Atlanta Falcons. So we'll just come in here and yeah, we're just gonna hit these auto upgrades on these guys. Did it upgrade? 56 players were upgraded. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's a glitch or whatnot, but re-signing, yeah, we don't want to re-sign any of these guys. Any of them. Yeah, we don't want none of them. So we're just going to go ahead and cut it on over to the next week here when we are at the beginning of free agency. So here we are, beginning of free agency. It's still telling me to upgrade the guys, and it won't upgrade. I don't know. We'll just not do it when they're this low. Not enough skill points. So something's like bugging out or something there, it looks like. But alright, we're going to go ahead, jump. We got 86.92 million. Let's go ahead and jump into this free agency. Oh, look at that. Alvin Kamara. Right off the rip. Yeah, we want Alvin. 100%. So I don't think I'm gonna sit here and make you guys watch all this. I think I'll just cut it in and out as I advance the week and show you guys we've signed and guys we didn't sign. But I just wanted you guys to see the top of the list here real quick. So I'll catch y'all in a few minutes after I go through, put some offers in. Alright, and welcome back here. Finally got into the next week. So let's go ahead and run down. I ain't even looked at it yet, so let's go ahead and run down and kind of see who we ended up with. Alright, so we got the defensive tackle that accept our offer. We got Ricky Seals, the tight end. We got the left tackle. We got the strong safety, the left guard, the wide receiver, free safety, corner. Corey Davis, the wide receiver, rejected us. Right outside linebacker, defensive tackle, middle linebacker, right tackle, Alvin Kamara. That's big time. That's the main one we wanted there. Looks like we basically almost hit on everybody besides the one. So we'll pop in. Let's pop in here again, just see if we have any outstanding offers real quick. Yeah, we got two other guys that we're still waiting to hear from, the fullback and the center. We're probably not going to really worry about trying to make any other offers. This stuff still is glitched. Maybe it worked there finally. So we'll go ahead and just hop week again here real quick, see if we get the other two dudes. And yep, we got both them. We got 5th-year option. We're not taking it because whoever it is, yeah, it's Josh Rosen, no. Even if all my normal guys, I won't take the 5th-year options because it's cheaper to go ahead and re-sign them now instead of waiting another year when they get a higher overall and then having to re-sign them for more. So I never do any of my 5th-year options to begin with. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, like why it's not actually upgrading the players. Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But we got those guys, so we're going ahead and we're just gonna hop straight to the draft now. Alright, let's look and see where we're at. Alright, we're up to a 59 overall now so far, just from one free agency. We go from a 0 to 59. That's great. That, you know. Well, we'll hop here into the draft. I'll probably show the first overall pick here, and then after that, I'll probably just cut back after the draft is over, and just like show you guys a draft recap of the guys we got. We've actually got the 1st and the 2nd overall pick. That is big time. So he's an early 1st rounder. He's looking like he's pretty much going to be a pretty good stud quarterback. We need a quarterback worth taking him. 75 hidden talent. Yep. There we got the quarterback for the team. Now let's go ahead and see what else we can pick up. I mean, we can pick up a beast defensive end for some rushing. Probably a beast metal linebacker there, it seems like. Let's see what we got. Mid first round, no, that's not what we want. We want early. That's late first round. Ooh, definitely not what we're looking for there. Late first round. So none of these ends are what we would want to be taking right here, right now. Late first round. Mid. So where's the other early guys? All right, so this corner is an early first rounder. So this corner is pretty legit. Mid. Halfback isn't early, but we just picked up Alvin Kamara, so we're not stressing really about a halfback. This left outside linebacker is early first round, and so is this defensive end here. So I think we're going to go ahead and snag this end. 77, but normal. Don't like the normal there, but. And then our next pick is in round 2. So, alright, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and finish out the draft. We'll cut back after the draft. I'll give you guys a quick show of the draft recap. Alright, so we're back here after the draft. We'll go ahead and let's dive into draft recap. Show you guys how our draft turned out. So we get the quarterback. Number 1 overall comes out 75. Then you saw that pick, and then number 2 overall we get the defensive end, comes out 77. You guys saw that. And then with our first pick in the second round, that early first round running back was still on the board, so we go ahead and snag him up at that. Just looking, you know, the kind of get, you know, we need, you know, basically a full new 53-man roster, so we go ahead and snag him up. You know, we had Alvin Kamara. Then the second pick in the second round, we go ahead and snag a wide receiver, comes out 71 overall. Then the first pick in the third round, we snag a defensive tackle, comes out 69. And then in the fourth round, we grab a right outside linebacker, comes out 70. The fifth round, we grab another wide receiver, comes out 70. And then for our final pick, we went ahead, grabbed a kicker, came out 69. So basically every pick we hit was a 70 or higher, other than the kicker, which I don't really count those because, I mean, it's just a kicker. And then that defensive tackle, that was 69. So all in all, I think our draft was very solid. I think we had a very solid draft. This thing's probably still bugged, yeah, so I'm not really gonna be worrying about doing this for right now. Just gotta wait till these 12 overall players end up off the team. So we'll go ahead and let's take it to next week and take it into the next year. Here I might mess around, you know, with the roster for a few and go ahead and get rid of some of the guys that I think that we need to get rid of and things like that. And then I'll probably cut back, maybe show you guys our final 53 man roster real quick at the beginning of the regular season, and then we'll go ahead and cut, and then, you know, take it to the end of the year and see how we do in year number 2. So I will do some tweaks to the roster, and then I'll catch you guys back in a minute. Alright, so we're back here. As you can see, we got it down to our final 53 man. I went ahead and for this year and finally adjusted the playbooks and coaching scheme, all that stuff as well. So as you can see, we're going to be going in the year 2 as a 66 overall, 71 offense, 62 defense. I didn't sign any more players. All I did is literally went through and cut players down to a 53-man roster. Most of the players, actually, I think every player that was cut was one of the 12 overalls. So yes, and we will have some of the less 12 overalls just because I cut them instead of, you know, just simulating it out until they eventually just walked on their own. But at this point, they were you know, obviously they were the lowest overall people, so I cut the ones that I could cut, you know, without taking, you know, too big of a salary hit. So every cut I did was one that was at least going to save us money and not cost us money. Some of the 12 overalls we're stuck with until they basically just walk on their own because of salary reasons. So now all that's done, you guys can see we're down to a 53-man roster. We'll just go ahead and jump in here real quick so you guys can kind of see just the depth chart in general. So we got our rookie quarterback right here. Got the receiver over there. We got John Ross. Got the fullback we signed. We got our big boy Alvin Kamara. We got what I would still consider not even an offensive line here. Defensively, Takaris McKinley is by far our best guy for our defense. We swapped the rookie end we drafted over to left end, so we got a good defensive end pairing, in my opinion, for several years. We got Emmanuel Mosley and Sidney Jones at corner, so I mean they could probably develop into a couple decent corners, in my opinion. Linebackers ain't much to brag about. Safeties ain't much to brag about. So there you guys got a good look, at our team. So I will cut back at the end of the season, and we'll go over, we'll go over maybe some of the awards, stats, record, all that good stuff. All right, welcome back. Here we are at the end of the season. Obviously, we've already did better than last year, as you can see up there in the top left, week 17. We lost 42-10, so that means we definitely at least scored points. So let's go ahead and just see how we actually did. 4-12, kind of expected, still got a lot of holes. So we did it and end up actually getting 4 W's. So let's go ahead and look at the team, or look at the schedule and see. So we end up beating the Jets as one of our wins. We end up beating the Titans as one of our wins. End up beating the Patriots as one of our wins. And we end up beating the Texans as one of our wins. Scored in every game, wasn't shut out, so definitely made, or wait, no, I take that back. We were shut out against the Bengals in week 15, 28-0. So shut out in only one game the whole season, so definitely a big time improvement from year 1 to year 2 as expected. We go from a 0 overall to a 66 overall. I think it said 69 overall here at the end of the season. Yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can kind of do this on some of the people. Hopefully it'll upgrade some of them and not continue to be bugged. Yeah, so there we go. Went ahead and did some of our upgrades, so we actually go to a 70 overall now. Let's go ahead and check stats. So for our rookie QB, he throws for 3,600 yards, 23 touchdowns versus 19 interceptions, 57%. Definitely big time improvement compared to last year. And only sacked 32 times, definitely a drastic improvement from last year, but still higher than what I would like. Completion percentage is definitely a lot lower than I would like as well. How do we do rushing? Kamara went for 1,100 yards, 4 TDs with a 4.6 yard average. The backup running back, the one guy we drafted, that rookie, went for 321 yards with 7 TDs, but only a 3.3 yard average. None of our backs fumbled all year. The quarterback also had 148 yards, 2 TDs, and no one fumbled all year, so that is big time. John Ross almost cracks the 1,000-yard mark, adds 7 touchdowns. Our rookie receiver that we had hits basically the 850-yard mark with adding 7 touchdowns himself. Rookie Sills adds nearly 700 yards on 63 receptions with 3 TDs. So definitely a lot better. Definitely got some guys to catch the ball. Blocking, yeah, still a major problem. Only one lineman gave up double digits of this year, and that was that right tackle, as expected, because I believe he was still in the very low 60s. How do we do defensively? Cameron Smith led us in tackles with 126. We did get some sacks this year. So Takaris McKinley got us 8. Taco Charlton got us 7.5 as a backup defensive end. And then the rookie got us a 1.5 sacks. Not great. I was hoping for better production from the rookie. Steven Parker got us 3 interceptions. And that's it. Well, he had 5 interceptions all year as a team. Our kicker went 12 of 16, 75%. Our punter was pretty good. We'll quickly jump in and check some of the awards. The awards out. I think probably the only thing we would have won anyway is going to be the rookie stuff. But we'll check awards out. Patty Mahomes won the MVP. We know we didn't win Coach of the Year or anything. I guess you guys might want to see it. So, Bill O'Brien, Coach of the Year. Alright, so then over here to the AFC, Offensive Player of the Year, Patrick Mahomes. Defensive Player, Myles Garrett. Offensive Rookie was our quarterback. Defensive Rookie was not one of our guys. It was Simmons, Sean Simmons for the New York Jets. Best QB, Mahomes. Best running back, Chubb. Best receiver, Tyreek Hill. Best offensive lineman, Mitchell Schwartz. Best defensive lineman, Myles Garrett. Best linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. Best defensive back, Micah Hyde. Kicker, Tucker. Well, let's hop back over to stats real quick and take a look at the entire league real quick. You guys probably want to see that. So for the entire league, Mahomes led in yardage. He had 40 touchdowns as well versus only 6 interceptions. Who threw the most TDs? It was Carson Wentz with 43. Completion percent was, see, this stuff gets obscured. So Mahomes actually had the highest out of actual, like, quarterbacks. Rushing, Ezekiel Elliott led the league in rushing, and then Chubb was second. And then Joe Mixon, and then they all three had 13 touchdowns apiece as well. Chubb was the only one out of the three that didn't fumble all year. Receiving, Julio had a big time year, 110 receptions, 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns. And then Tyreek Hill, of course. Keenan Allen had a big year for the Chargers. Blocking, yeah, DJ Fluker was the only offensive lineman and didn't give up a sack. Defensive, Patrick Queen led the league in tackles for the Baltimore Ravens. How about tackles for a loss? That was Myles Garrett with 21. Aaron Donald puts up 22 sacks, as we can see there. Yep, definitely led the league. So Aaron Donald drops 22 sacks with 20 tackles for a loss himself. Garrett drops 19 sacks with 21 tackles for a loss. 79 tackles overall for a defensive end. So, I mean, he was out there killing it. Interceptions, Chauncey Gardner Johnson, 6. Micah Hyde, 6. Tre'Davious White, 6. Randy Bullock had the highest percent. Alright, so there they have a quick rundown of the stats. I think right here is going to be a good stopping point for episode number 1. So this will be a continual running series until we do eventually hit the goal, which is making this team win a Super Bowl, rebuilding them from 0 overall to hitting a Super Bowl. But yeah, right here is I think a perfect spot to stop for episode number 1. We'll come back again. I'll see y'all in episode number 2, where we continue our journey to get this team to not only to the playoffs and to a Super Bowl, but to win a Super Bowl. That making a Super Bowl is not just good enough. This series will run until we win a Super Bowl. But for now, we're going to stop here. If you guys enjoyed and you're excited for the next part of the series, go ahead, leave some stuff down in the comments. Tell me that you enjoyed it. Maybe tell me, just say hi. Maybe tell me some things that you'd like to see that improve the series. Also, if you enjoyed, go ahead and smash that like button. It helps a lot, and I appreciate it, and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying this kind of thing. And then if you're not already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss the next episode in this series. If you're interested in this series, to continue watching our journey on to chasing a Super Bowl. So, thank you all guys for watching, and stay flippin' legendary.